most recent call I listened to, you hurt me, I love you, things like that.
But that doesn't sound like that's the entirety of the subject matter of the call. These can't be mixed messages. Try to play on the emotions of the victim, or I'm not going to be tolerant of that at all. Versus Jeremiah Driscoll.
Haley said on behalf. Your Honor.
Ron Brown, appearing on behalf of Mr. Driscoll.
Just keep your hands out your pocket.
Your Honor, thank you for the opportunity. He was on the 1 o'clock docket, but I notified the court that he wanted to be heard in person. This is his chance to tell the court why he believes he's a good candidate for early discharge from probation.
Go ahead.
Is that correct?
Go ahead.
Yes. Mr. Driscoll, state your name for the record, Judge.
I am Jeremiah Driscoll.
Thank you.
Here's a Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Driscoll is before the court for a review hearing. He did submit a request for an early discharge from probation. Mr. Driscoll has completed 12 months of a 24-month term. He has completed the domestic violence program, paid all of his fees, and is reporting as directed. I did reach out and speak with the victim in this case. She is supportive of the early release request. Probation would defer to the court as to the defendant's request. Dennis has a statement for you.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I just want to say that I learned a lot over this year. I have no control over no situation that that's not me. Only thing I have control over is myself and no one else. And, taking the time out, sometimes you gotta just separate yourself, just like even on social media, you gotta separate yourself. You can't just be on there all the time. So like I learned a lot this past year, and I feel like, that I just want to move forward, and keep making the best decisions.
So I'm not going to see you again.
No. Only time I might see you is on the internet. That's it.
That was fair. I wasn't asking for that, but I got it. All right. Young man, as I look through and I'm looking through the file, it is clear to me that, as you go through this, there was not one. And actually had gotten yourself to the point where each of the proceedings after the first one or the second one, we were able to waive your appearance because you were doing so well.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
Through that. So, since the victim is also supportive of this call, I'm going to grant your request. I'm going to discharge you from probation with it at 8. Both of those proceedings are in person.
Your Honor, if I could address bond.
Man.
It's come to my attention that Mr. Evans has contacted the victim's listed number from his PIN in the jail about 10 times with 48 attempts. The most recent completed call was on March 2nd. So at this point, I'm going to ask for phone privileges and texting privileges to be revoked.
Your Honor, it's our information that he was making these calls in relation to DTE, his stepdaughter, Cormora Evans, informed him that the family's DTE energy had been shut off, and he was making arrangements to have family member, his sister, Kathy Ann Evans, go over, pay the bill so that the services could be restored.
And it got cut back on.
And it was turned back on.
And Your Honor, I did want to note, in the one call I listened to, I did not hear mention of DTE. I also have concerns given that he had the bond violation when he was out of custody, said he was going there to help pay bills, is now in custody for this violation of the no contact order, was told not to contact her, and then was contacting her. At this point, first time.
But
I'm unclear. Why would the
stepdaughter call him?
Need to be contacted?
He was calling his stepdaughter. 3-1 for Mara Evans.
Stepdaughter. Are you saying it's a landline?
It's
or is it a cell phone?
It's cell phone. It's her cell phone.
Whose cell phone?
It's her cell phone.
Her being who?
The daughter.
But that's not the number that was called.
That is the number that is called, Your Honor, and that was the number that's listed for the victim in the police report. And from the conversation, I'm not sure.
Yeah, ain't no shit.
But Your Honor, the stepdaughter informed him that they had $196 bill that was passed due. Services, electric services, I'm sorry, DTE was shut off, and the stepdaughter needed to
How
actually.
many calls were there?
10 completed calls, 48 attempts that were not completed.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know that it would take 10 calls to do that.
Well, they had to go back and forth because
Oh, what?
the stepdaughter had to contact his sister Kathy Ann Evans, who lives in Toledo, to come up and make arrangements for the payment. Kathy Ann Evans is his sister, 419. She's helping the family out while he's incarcerated so that they can eat.
I
Keep the-
hear all of that, but I'm just trying to, why is there going to need to be 40 attempts and 10 completed calls to get this accomplished?
I can't speak to that. All I can speak to is the urgency in his mind to keep the family, the utilities on. It's cold outside, Your Honor. They need gas for the stove.
It did get cut back on too, Your Honor. I was just trying to do the right thing, make sure everything was right. Even being in here,
He's trying to save his job at across the street. He's told he could still work at KFC. He saved money.
I get all of that, and I can appreciate it. And maybe if there had been 2 or 3 calls trying to get that arranged, one could do that. But was DTE mentioned in any of the calls?
I didn't get a chance to listen to all the calls. The most recent call I listened to was the one that occurred on 3-2, and that was mention of you hurt me, I love you, things like that.
Well, today is the 9th. The DTE situation occurred around last Monday, the 2nd, Your Honor.
Yeah, but that's not what he's talking about when he's on the phone in that call.
And there were calls prior
That
to
was-
that 2 days.
that was a different thing.
And Your Honor, we've had situations where people have been charged and they don't pay the bills. They don't pay the phone bill. They don't pay the rent, and the complaining witness gets evicted. So we have the reverse here where he's trying to do the right thing. He has $500.
That were the entirety of the subject matter of the calls. Okay, but that doesn't sound like that's the entirety of the subject matter of the calls. Also, the number of the calls doesn't make any sense. And I think Ms. Zenda was saying that there are calls before that shutoff date.
Your Honor, I have calls on January 3rd. I have calls on January 6th, January 30th, February 1st, February 5th, February 16th, February 22nd, February 23rd, March 2nd.
And all payments,
Those can't all be about the DTE bill.
not just DT, rents, everything. I'm sorry.
His rent is $1,586 a month, Your Honor. And he's depleted his savings down to $500
Yes.
to try to keep the family
That's
afloat.
what I'm going to do. If you want to bring it back by motion after you listen to all of the calls and are able to tell me that all of these calls, the subject matter of all of these calls involve bills or like, I will be more than happy to listen to that. But just from the brief statement by the prosecutor in terms of what was said, it doesn't sound like that was what it was about. And I'm talking, these can't be mixed messages. If he's talking specifically about bills, he's talking specifically about bills. And that one can look at. But if he's talking about other things, particularly things that may relate to the case or try to play on the emotions of the victim or anything along those lines,
It's nothing like that.
it's
Let him talk.
Okay.
We have our chance.
not, I'm not going to be tolerant of that at all. So certainly I will hear it when you listen to them all. And you can give me a fuller explanation as to the entire contents of that. But at this time, I am going to order that the defendant's phone and texting privilege